Bar Stool Sports.
Titus, Brandon Walker, Mostly Sports.
Welcome to Mostly Sports. I'm Mark Titus. He is Brandon Walker. Today is Wednesday, February 14th. Happy Valentine's Day to all you lovers out there. We are live from Chicago. And what do you want to talk about, Brandon?
Happy Valentine's Day, Mark.
Yeah. You going to fuck tonight?
Yeah. Yeah, I think I am.
Let's just get straight to the point.
Yeah, I think I might fuck tonight. You gonna fuck tonight?
Probably not. No.
Yeah.
I'm still tired from the free throw thing.
Who in the room's fucking tonight?
Does that mean I'm gonna do it twice? Is that two hands up, Connor? Is that
That's a no comment. I don't kiss and tell.
Speaking of Connor,
We didn't ask you to kiss.
Yeah.
We asked you to fucking tell.
Speaking of Connor, I do have to kick your ass, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I gotta beat the shit out of you. So that's going to happen today at some point. So look forward to that. Those of you watching, because you gave us roses and chocolates, and I took them home and gave them to my girlfriend, and she's like, "Where did these come from?" And I said, "Connor," and she's like, "Oh, that's very thoughtful and sweet of him." So now I have to beat your ass.
You making a move?
Yeah, you making a move?
No.
Like, what's going on?
I gave them to you to present as if, unless maybe they watched the show and the surprise was spoiled. I was hoping that maybe you could bring them home and give them to them as if you got them yourself.
Well, she watches the show, and I was caught in a lie because I was like, I got you a rose and some chocolates, and she's like, well, one, that doesn't make any sense because it's not even Valentine's Day yet. And two, I know where you got these from, so you're going to lie to me or what? And I was like, well, yeah, Connor got them. And he's like, that was very sweet of Connor. And then I was like, well, now I got to beat the fuck out of Connor, unfortunately. I do like you. I do like you. I like you, Connor. You know that, but I have to kick your ass.
Sometimes you got to beat the fuck out of a guy.
Or
I got to kick your ass.
It was just bros giving each other their flowers.
Well, it's funny. I went home yesterday, too, and I took this rose, this dying rose that is definitely was at the bottom of the truck because it's flat on one side. I took this home to my wife, and she said, after 17 years, all you think of me is a cheap CVS rose and some I didn't even get the candy. You got the candy. A cheap CVS rose. That's all you think, you piece of shit. My wife left me and filed for divorce.
Wow. So you have to beat his ass, too.
Wow. I was just trying to do
I actually have to thank him. I have to give him a high five and a hug. Yeah, so you, Connor, without overstating it, you ruined our lives.
No. I was at CVS. I saw something extra that I thought I could pick up for the boys, and I think
that's your problem.
What?
Every time we send you out to get something, you always see something extra, don't you?
Yeah, I'm a thoughtful guy. I like to give gifts. I like to bring some extra joy to the show. But that one, I guess, was not well received. So I won't do it again. I guess
it was fine. It was fine.
I have something else later today. That
do you have something extra?
No, it's not like a gift, but it's something Valentine's Day related that we could pull up on the screen that I'm gonna send over to TJ right now.
Should we address the elephant in the room?
Yeah. So first of all, shout out to Ebo. God damn! If anybody ever deserved a vacation, it's that guy.
Yeah. Works his ass off.
Works his ass off. Shows up probably 4 out of 5 days every single week.
Yeah. If you thought me for 16 hours shooting, making over 1,000 free throws,
come on,
was a display of endurance and heart and grit, and my love for this company, folks. You've not seen Ebo
show up at 8:55.
Yeah.
For a 9 o'clock show, and then sometimes he does wait. We get done about 10:30 local time. Sometimes he does wait till like 11 o'clock before he goes home.
Yeah.
He'll often wait till 11 o'clock, 11:30 before he
There are some days, and you won't believe this, but I sit a little closer to him so I can pick up on it. There are some days where he does not even roll his eyes the entire show.
Really?
Yeah, he goes the entire show without rolling his eyes.
Damn.
So, he's very deserving of a vacation. But anyway, yeah, when we locked ourselves in a gym for a full day, and did not see what was going on in the outside world because we were shooting free throws. I don't know about you. I went home right after Mostly Sports. I basically slept all the way up until it was time to wake up for this show.
Yeah.
So I have not really seen what's going on in the world at all. And I thought to myself, You know what would be great is if we had someone on the show who could fill me in on what I missed in the last basically 48 hours in the world of sports. But unfortunately, that man is in Mexico right now, sunbathing, enjoying his
just living
it up, having a great time.
Yeah.
So what were we to do, Brandon? What were we to do to have someone tell us what we've missed?
Well, to be honest, yesterday Connor Griffin did the prep sheet, and frankly, I thought it was really, really good. You had just come off shooting free throws. I had just come off a grueling 3-hour nap. And then we sat here, and we had 3 sheets, and they all told us what to talk about, and we went through it and had a great show. So Connor, having done a great job yesterday, today showed up and had Jake Malasek do the
Yeah, Connor decided he was going to go on vacation.
Uh-huh.
No.
He was going to not do his...
So we got a text in our group chat yesterday, I don't know, maybe around like 7 from TJ, and TJ just said, hey, Malasek is filling in for Ebo tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, okay. And then I get a text from Malasek not shortly after where he's saying, hey, I'm putting together the prep sheet right now. Like, totally out of the blue. I'm like,
well, no, but that he said put together the prep sheet.
So I didn't know. I didn't know if it was TJ who gave that directive. I don't know if it was Ebo. I just said, okay.
It was me. That's not an argument.
Okay.
Connor works too hard. Let's stop giving Connor more work to do. Ebo's not here. We need somebody to fill in the work that Ebo does. Malasek said, hey, you want me on Mostly Sports tomorrow? I said, yes.
So it's TJ's fault.
It's TJ's fault.
It's Malasek's fault if it's anybody's fault.
I asked for a sample prep sheet to see if I, for a blueprint, and I said, can I get a sample or should I just do it blind? And Connor said, go blind. So that's what we have today.
Because I thought it'd be funnier for the show.
I didn't know what the fuck the prep sheet was about or what I was supposed to put on it. I was told the highlights from all the major sports from last night and a couple silly things and maybe a topping point about football.
But here's the thing.
That's what it has.
Here's the thing. He says to me, because I said, I'll fill in the gaps. I'll try and supplement whatever. That's usually what I do with Ebo anyway. And he goes, okay, well, I'm going to try to go to sleep by 9. Send me the stuff by 9 o'clock p.m.
Well, no, I didn't.
Wait, time. Who said that?
Malasek said last
Why do you
night.
need to be in the bed by
So I
9?
hadn't slept on
you were
up
on the
until
thing.
the
You were on
thing.
You
So
were
I
on
was
the
like, I'm going to watch UVA last night and then go to bed.
But think about it.
Was my plan.
Half of the sports going on last night don't even end.
But that was before I was
until 10
aware.
or 11.
That was before I was aware of what the prep sheet meant. I didn't know what it
You
was.
know what the prep sheet meant.
So now
I'm sorry.
then I
I'll
knew.
say, hold on. Stop right there at that sentence right there.
I understand.
I'm going to say 2 words
I
to
understand.
you. I'm going to say 2
Yes.
words to you. Prep
Correct.
sheet.
But I thought it was more of like a major talking points every day.
If I only gave you those 2 words, prep sheet.
I finish this at around 10:30, so this is about 10:30 sports. Nothing after 10:30 is on the sheet.
10:30 sports.
I don't think you made it to 10:30.
Mostly 10:30 sports.
That's a great.
It was just a bizarre thing. I'm like, dude, who puts together the prep sheet the night before at 9 o'clock? You wait until
I
the
hate
morning.
this. Ebo is cackling right. Well, Ebo's not awake.
I didn't know what it was. So I tried my best. I tried to make it a 1-sheeter. Is that bad?
No, we like 2 sheets.
2 sheets?
I like
See, no one told me these things.
We like a sports sheet and a silly sheet. Now,
There's a silly sheet.
you
Yeah.
gave me a silly sheet.
I gave you a silly 3 lines.
Yeah, like
4.
four.
We'll get to.
No. I
want to
think-
get to it now.
let's
Silly as
start
dog
right
shit,
there.
too,
Let's
huh?
start right there. So his silly sheet. I'm just going to read. There are 4 bullet points on the silly sheet.
Yep.
Now, keep in mind, Jake Malasek fancies himself a lacrosse player, correct?
Yeah.
You were on the Czech national lacrosse team, correct?
Correct. Yep.
Keep that in mind as we go forward.
That's not what this is about, though.
It's not. Okay. All right. Here are your 4 bullet points on the silly sheet, on the prep sheet handed to us this morning. Bullet point number 1, Valentine's Day, ... What's the deal?
We're having a good time. We're laughing. That's silly.
Valentine's Day.
What's
What is the deal?
What's the deal?
What's the
about?
deal?
All right, TJ, give him the music.
Yeah.
All right,
Say it.
Jake, say it.
You want me to do a Seinfeld impression?
No, I want you to just say it how you.
Valentine's Day, what's the deal?
What's the inspiration behind that question?
I never understood it.
It's a day they made to sell cards, candy, and roses.
But if you don't have a girlfriend, what do? You just
you
masturbate.
You jack off.
be alone.
You jack off.
It's not a
jack
universal
off
holiday.
And you cry.
That's fucked
That's
up.
what you do.
And you text old girlfriend.
Text old
Sad
girlfriend.
messages.
And you say you up.
Like thinking about
and then you try to delete it.
So that's the deal.
Remember our Valentine's Day 3 years ago?
Yeah.
Not me and you, Malasek. Why?
Oh, is there a history there?
He looked at me like
what the fuck?
All right, bullet point number 2.
Yep.
We've inverted the show. We're starting with silly. PLL starting today, which begs the question, who should the MVP should have been?
I was gonna have us just play the clip and then move on. Thought that was silly.
That's a good 30 seconds.
Yeah.
But I mean that's sports though.
Nah, it's Dukes.
PLL starting today.
PLL started.
But that's why I led.
Why did you think PLL?
'Cause that's
you're trying to.
I wasn't trying to have a lacrosse conversation. I just wanted to watch the Dukes clip and then move on.
Why didn't you just write, let's watch the Deuce clip?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's one thing you gotta know about this show if you're gonna ever be on it again, which debatable. We will always stop and watch any clip.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
If we wanted to watch Dabo right now, we'd watch it.
All right.
Yeah, we should watch it. It's been a while. It has been a while.
Yeah, just
I would like to watch Dabo. It's been a very long
it
time.
has been a very
So
long.
long.
The longest we've ever gone, for sure.
Yeah.
Is what we're gonna do is watch it.
We're gonna watch Dabo.
That's what we're gonna do.
Hickory dickory dock, the mouse ran up the clock. Coach Sweeney's got that drip, and now he's on TikTok.
God, I love it so much. Malasek.
Yeah.
Examples of silly
Yes.
on this show in the past have been 104-year-old woman, man, woman, skydives, setting a world record.
Yeah.
Other examples include 104-year-old woman who skydived last week has died. Woman puts baby in oven. These are examples
All
of
right.
silly topics that like get us.
All right. This is good to know.
That get us.
Bullet point number 3,
And you came with Valentine's Day. What's the deal?
and this is the one that pisses me off.
Okay.
Because
Yeah, this made me really fucking angry too.
I just wanna not be here a few days. That's all. I have the best job in the world. I don't really work for a living like most people have to do. But sometimes I just want to sit on the couch with the kids and fish and whatever. Ebo is currently in Mexico.
Which is what prompted this silly.
Bullet point number 3.
Yep.
Best lengthened days of a vacation. Parentheses, days and nights. Suck my dick.
Go.
How did you see this go? How did you see this conversation going?
I
Brandon's
thought- I
I think it's 6 nights and 7
Yeah, I
days.
thought we were going to get
goes,
some
I go,
answers.
you fucking bitch. No,
That's exactly how I thought this was
it's
gonna go.
8. It's 8 days, you idiot. Because you need that 8.
No, you shut the fuck up. You travel on the 7th day. Everybody knows this, idiot.
It's actually exactly how I thought this was going to go.
What a depressing conversation. Ebo, I just called you Ebo. Malasek, we've been shooting free throws.
I know.
There's not like.
All
that's-
right. Last bullet points. Keep in mind, first 3 bullet points. Valentine's Day, what's the deal?
Say
Bullet point
say
2.
it, Seinfeld voice.
Valentine's Day, what's the deal?
What's the deal with Valentine's Day?
Second bullet point, PLL starting today, Duke's MVP clip. Third bullet point, best lengthened days of a vacation. And the fourth bullet point on our silly sheet, to prepare us for doing a show. Do you guys eat breakfast? You're just asking questions at that point. You're like getting to know us.
It's silly.
Yeah, this is a first date.
Do you guys eat breakfast?
Do you?
Yeah,
What
I do.
you eat?
Yes.
Every day? Daily?
I eat breakfast every day, yes.
Because you got kids?
It's because I eat
Because
breakfast.
it's breakfast.
It's 'cause-
Because you've been sleeping for a long time.
Yeah,
You're hungry.
Because I don't want to be driving down here 2 hours later to be hungry as fuck.
Single Brandon was eating breakfast every day?
What are you doing? What?
I'm asking.
Yes.
I'm smart.
Yes.
I don't eat breakfast, so I was curious.
This is not exclusive to whether or not you're in a relationship. This is
It's
basic. human
It's
function.
breakfast.
Have there been days in my life I didn't eat breakfast? Yes.
I haven't eaten breakfast in years.
For the most part, I like to
this
eat
is-
breakfast.
that's
But if you had a
but this is-
girlfriend.
That's why I was curious. Well, if I had kids, I would understand.
No. This is, and I think this is the issue we have with the question. Is that 1, it's a shitty question. 2, this is a Malasek Trojan horse that he's just like, he poses this as though it's like a good question. It's not. What he's doing is he's like, you know what I think would be interesting on the show? If I told the guys how I don't eat breakfast. You know what I mean? Like he's trying to just to get himself.
Can I?
This is his vehicle to be the Jake Malicek.
Yes.
And it has worked to a T. Go ahead,
Jake. Go ahead. Do your thing.
It's not even fun anymore.
You don't eat
No.
breakfast.
You know what, TJ, give him the music. Do a tight 2 here, Jake.
Yeah.
Do a tight 2.
You listened to Rogan one day. A guy said, "Don't eat breakfast." Now you don't eat breakfast. Go ahead.
Yeah. Haven't had a carb since 2014.
Tell us the story. Go ahead, Jake.
That's fine. What's the deal with breakfast food? Eggs, bacon, sausage. Can you even get salt on it anymore? Wrong conca bunny.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
It's not bad.
This does give me. It gives me an opportunity to play the breakfast song.
What? Breakfast song.
Just YouTube the breakfast song, please.
Oh no.
This sounds like the sheet is working.
Shut the fuck up.
I hate this.
God, I guess
I hate this.
I guess I kind of did. But and when I was growing up, we had a morning show in Tupelo.
Oh yeah.
It helps to perk us up.
I'm not even playing this to laugh at them. I love these two people so much. Here we go. You ready?
When God's word is all we need
You ready?
to feed man.
6 a.m. Tupelo every day for the last 50 years.
No more bacon. No more sausage.
Just every breakfast food.
No more orange juice. No more coffee.
He runs out of foods in a minute.
No more biscuits.
No more
Light bread.
light bread.
No more grits.
Grits.
No more scrambled eggs. One of these mornings,
And that's them.
God is gonna
That's how we wake up in Mississippi.
And the show is called Morning.
Morning. It used to be, and you can take it down. It used to be the morning show with Buddy and Kay. It was Buddy and Kay Bain. Then Buddy died. And then it was just Morning with Kay. I think Kay has also moved on. I don't know if the show still exists, but it was Buddy and Kay
Holy
forever.
shit, dude.
And they do it live at WTVA in Tupelo at 6 a.m. And it's just they let people come in and sing whatever they want to sing. They let people come in and do whatever act they want to do. It's
We used to be a proper country.
we used to be a proper country.
Holy shit.
I have watched that. I think there might be 2 million views. I'm 1.5 of it. I love it so much.
God. I had no idea that existed.
Yeah.
That's so good.
If we ever wanted to do like local TV hour, just of acts that have been on local TV across the country, it would be.
We should do that.
It would be very
We
entertaining.
should do that. Wow.
All right. Well, you know what, Jake?
Hot start to the show.
Your prep sheet, which was pathetic and put together at 9 o'clock last night, gave us 20 minutes of nothing.
All right, well, you know what? Let's stick to his prep sheet. Let's just keep going through it.
The whole prep sheet?
Why not? It's become a matter.
All right, so let's start. Let's go with the.
Now, sports stuff is bad too.
No, I don't know. I
well,
can't
as long as you didn't, because you being a Virginia fan who only thinks about Virginia, as long as you didn't like start with Virginia playing basketball last night.
Yeah, as long as it's not all about Malicek and you had like a more broad approach to the world of sports and it wasn't just your own interest. I think we'll be good. So let's just start with.
No, we're gonna start where the prep sheet starts.
Bullet point number 1: college basketball. Down goes UVA last night.
No, it says down goes number 21 UVA, as if number 21 losing is a
shocking.
No, there's more on there.
Down goes number 21 UVA and number 7 UNC and ranked favorites. Is the ACC ass?
That was supposed to say as ranked favorites. No.
Okay.
Oh, as
well,
ranked
it didn't. I read it how it said.
Yeah, I know.
Is the ACC ass?
Yeah, it is. The ACC is ass. It definitely is. The Big Ten is too. But the Big Ten at least has Purdue, who is a viable national title.
What conferences or major conferences are not ass? Big 12's good.
Big 12, SEC, and Big East. Although the SEC is.
I don't think the SEC is that.
Well, I was going to say the SEC is elevated ass.
It's high ass.
The SEC
like
is
Phil
high
Jackson's
ass.
ass.
Okay. It's still ass, but it's like it's ass at a higher scale. It's a higher quality
it's a
ass.
clean ass. SEC is clean ass.
It's clean.
The ACC has just
'Cause
worked
the
a double
SEC
shift at Denny's.
Like the SEC, I'm still talking myself into being good, but then you do have like the Texas A&M beats the snot out of Tennessee and then loses to Vanderbilt, and you're like, that's tough to. Auburn is like kind of in the driver's seat of the SEC. They beat the shit out of Alabama, then they get blown out at Florida. And I think like if you're trying to argue that these leagues are good, you say, see, any given night, any team can. You can't have that in a league. You can't have.
I don't know if there's a national title contender in the SEC. Oh no, I do know. I don't think there's a national title.
There is. It's Tennessee.
I don't. They're 17-6.
They
go on the road. They just get drilled. Like
I know, but it's still. I know what you're saying. Like Tennessee's not going to win the national championship,
right.
But they are still in the mix. They're still one of the.
I guess, but they've lost a lot and showed a lot of mediocrity.
But there has to be. Here's the thing the realization I had the other day about college basketball this specific year. There must be, by definition, there has to be. I promise you this, there will be, by the first week of March, this will be revealed, that there will be 4 teams capable of beating 4 NCAA tournament teams in a row. And as I say that today, you're like, there's no way. There are not 4 teams that can do that.
I don't think you're right. I guess the only way to prove that is like if we could just take most of the teams in this country or the good teams in the country, like put them all in some sort of event together and just play it out and see what happens.
But I say that to say when you say Tennessee's not a national title contender, somebody has to be. So there's going to be 4 teams in the Final Four. Mm-hmm. There will be. There are every year except for one when we didn't have a tournament.
I guess for me to say Tennessee's not a national title contender, last year the Final Four, which by the way the Final 4 teams remaining all have a tremendous chance to win the national title. They're all national title contenders if they get to the Final Four. Last year, San Diego State, FAU, UConn, and the other team.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm not even mad at you for. Sorry, I'm burping a lot. I'm not mad at you for not remembering, but that is just pretty fucking crazy that a team can have a magical season. That those kids are telling themselves at the end of the year, holy shit, what we did was special. No one will ever forget this.
Jake, who did UConn beat in the semi?
And less than a year later.
Am I allowed to say?
No.
Brandon Walker.
I know the answer.
I just don't remember things anymore.
If Jake Malisic knows the answer.
FAU, San Diego State.
Use your brain. If Jake Malisic knows the answer, there's a reason for that.
Good point.
Why would Jake
Virginia
Malisic?
Didn't make the...
No, but think broader.
Good question.
Why would Jake Malisic know the answer?
Because he's a
Virginia fan. What is
so North Carolina? No. Virginia Tech.
Getting warmer.
Okay. There's no
warmer.
Shit. Fuck you, Mark. Fuck you.
Okay, it's an ACC school. That's your clue. That's your direct clue. It's an ACC school in Florida, in southern Florida.
Yeah, okay, it was Miami. All right. Jim Larinaga, right?
Yeah, it was Miami.
All right. So,
but yeah, the ACC is ass. You know what I'm gonna do? I want to put this list together.
The ass list.
I didn't do my show yesterday, so I'm a little. My college basketball talking appetite is high. So I've been trying to put together the list of who can win the national championship.
Okay.
But I think the better list might be who, if they win the national championship, will I not be mad about? Do you do this with football where it's like
all the time?
Maybe there are fewer examples of like undeserving national champions in football, but with college basketball, my biggest thing is like I'm fine with the chaos, but when the dust settles, I want the team that wins the national championship to be indicative of like one of the better teams that year.
It's funny you say that. In college football this year, there was only one team, if they won the national title, that would have been bad for me, that would have made my life worse and would have made me mad. Only one team.
They did it.
And I'll be goddamn, Mark. You'll never guess who won the national title.
But I hear what you're saying, but Michigan.
No,
they were still really good.
They were very good, yeah.
I'm talking like if there was a scenario where like Penn State somehow pulled that off.
Okay, you want me to lob these teams at?
Or if Alabama won the national title this year and you were like, Bama wasn't the best team all year. That's stupid. So I think that's where I'm at with it. Is like I don't know who can actually, because I still think Tennessee's a national title contender, but that seems insane to say to a guy like you. So maybe that's the way you go about it. Is like if this team ends up winning the national championship, am I as a neutral party going to be mad that represents that will forever represent the best team in 2024.
Okay.
Okay. So
Here we go. I'm going to just throw the top 25 teams at you, okay?
Okay.
We're going to start off easy. UConn.
UConn is a yes.
That would make a lot of sense.
I would be okay
That's
with
fine.
it, obviously.
Purdue.
Purdue I would be okay with. Like, yeah, I do not want Purdue to win, but
you understand why they.
But if Purdue won, I would be like, yeah, Purdue was.
I get it.
Yeah, like they are very deserving.
Number 3 is the Houston Cougars.
That's okay by me.
Okay.
If Houston wins.
Number 4, the Marquette Golden Eagles.
I would be okay with that.
All
yeah,
right.
Yeah, that feels right.
Number 5, the Wildcats of Arizona.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
fine with that.
All right.
So top 5 we're good so far.
Yep. I think we're going to be good for a minute here.
I don't know.
Number 6, the Kansas Jayhawks.
No, I would not be okay with that.
Why?
Because they're not that good. They're not a good basketball team.
They're 19-5.
They are very top heavy.
It might be 19-6 now. I don't know if the latest loss is reflective.
They're very top heavy, which they had Kevin McCullough out against Texas Tech, and they lost by 1,000. The guys they have are good that they rely on, but they're like a 4-man team, and this isn't even close to one of the best Kansas teams. So if this Kansas team won the national championship,
would have been similar to this Alabama team winning the.
I would be mad. I would be mad on behalf of all the other Kansas teams that were better than this Kansas team.
All right, what about
Kansas is a no for me.
North Carolina, number 7, who lost last night.
North Carolina's tough because 2 weeks ago I would have said yes. I'm fine with it. I still think I'm fine with it, but they got to get their heads out of their ass pretty soon. So North Carolina is still a yes, but if they get their heads out of their ass.
They have an asterisk for head in the ass.
Head and ass.
Okay.
Head and ass.
The Tennessee Volunteers.
I'd be okay with it. I would be. And I know they're losing, but I think Tennessee is still good. I can't quit Tennessee. I can't quit Dalton.
Okay.
So
the number 9 team in the country are the Duke Blue Devils.
No, absolutely not. They're soft as shit. Yeah.
Okay. That would be a bad representation.
That would be a very bad representation of this season of college basketball.
The number 10 team, the Iowa State team.
No, they're good. They're fun. They got Baby Dirk on their team. But he's fun. But they're not the best team though.
South Carolina Gamecocks.
Again, very fun story.
Cox.
I think South Carolina the Final Four would be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I very much support that.
They made the Final Four in 2017.
Yeah.
That was the year. It was Florida, South Carolina in the Final Four.
Sindarius Thornwell.
That's
yes. The guy you're thinking of. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
They beat, I believe they beat Florida after Florida beat Wisconsin. Florida beat Wisconsin. Chioza, yeah.
Yeah.
On the runner.
In the Garden.
And then they beat Florida, I think, to go to the Final Four. And it was Oregon.
Is that right? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oregon,
that was right. It was
Gonzaga.
Elite Eight. It was Elite Eight, and then they beat Florida.
I think Gonzaga handled them pretty easily in the Final Four.
Probably.
If I remember right.
That was the year North Carolina.
Carolina, Oregon was a close game. That Carolina won, and then Gonzaga beat Carolina. Do you have something?
I was going to say Carolina has Auburn tonight. Big game.
South Carolina.
Yeah, South Carolina.
If you're in basketball, you have to say South Carolina.
You have to say
Apologies.
South Carolina.
Okay.
South Carolina, Auburn.
Yeah, South Carolina would be. They're good. They're very good.
Auburn's also like a big favorite in that game. 11.5 point favorite.
Is it at Auburn? I assume
it's at Auburn.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I said that yesterday. Auburn's home court is.
Yeah, but South Carolina's 21-3. Like they're really fucking good. However, they've gotten blown out at least once. They went to Alabama, lost by 30. So Auburn's really fucking good too.
South Carolina is also. They like to remind Kentucky fans because they beat Kentucky more often than not these days.
Mm-hmm.
They did it this year, and
Rupp.
And there's a feeling of like, how did they do this? They've been to a Final Four more recently than Kentucky has. And they win in like the last X number of years. I forget I when it happened, the stat was in front of me. Like the last 5 years, they have a winning record against Kentucky.
I think that's my biggest thing with college basketball right now is Kentucky is sitting on the biggest wasted opportunity in sports.
Yeah.
For years and years, they were one of the best programs, maybe the program in the country, and now we're in the NIL era where you can pay kids. That's just you can pay kids. And Kentucky is limiting their potential by they still get great recruits, but they have a coach who does nothing with them.
They have a loaded roster this year.
They have a loaded roster, and they have a
good.
coach who has no idea how to develop them. He just wants to see them get to the NBA and then point to them and say, look, I put them in the NBA. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. They were going to the NBA regardless. They just stopped and put their things in a Kentucky dorm room for a year.
I said it at the start. Like Cal, everyone was ready to fire Cal. Not everyone, but you know what I'm saying. After last year, that he's lost it and he's over the hill and all that. But he kind of like abandoned what made his team, what made him, and he kind of like started building his teams with the transfer portal a little too much and relying on like a guy like Oscar Shibwe and who's good, but it's like
not guard oriented.
He's not. Yeah. And he got away from that. And this year's team, he went back to vintage Cal, just got like banger after banger on the perimeter, like just dudes that are going to play in the NBA. He's got guys coming off the bench, multiple guys coming off the bench that are going to be lottery picks maybe. And so I said coming into this season, if Cal fucks this up, I was patient with Cal like the last few years, but if he fucks up this team, and he's well on his way at this point, first time they've ever lost 3 in a row in Rupp Arena ever, literally ever. If he fucks this team up and they don't have some semblance of success, I'm not saying you should fire him, but I'm officially done with Cal. Like I will never believe that John Calipari will ever coach will ever have like a title caliber team again.
That being said, when they're sitting there as a 9 seed, I'm probably putting them in the final.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But that would count as success. I mean, it doesn't. I'm not saying they got to win the SEC or whatever else, but like he's got to put a trophy in the trophy case in some way. And if they're not gonna
otherwise, why have a trophy case?
Why have a trophy case?
You need to put trophies in the trophy case. Like, look at this side. I don't have a trophy case.
No trophy case.
No trophies. Look over there.
Trophy after trophy. I have the Chili's 3 for Me 3-point competition. I have the Mountain Dew Dick Vitale March Madness 2000 ball where I hit a half-court shot at Fan City at the Final Four in Indianapolis.
And that's all that got you?
Yeah, dude. Look at that. I was not quite 13. I was 12 years old. Not quite 13. Hit a half-court shot.
Ever tell you I skipped school to get his autograph?
What were those circumstances?
He was coming to Mississippi State in 1996 to do a game. First time he had ever come to Mississippi State to do a game. It was our Final Four year. We were playing Arkansas, and he was doing a book. So he had just released his book, Holding Court with Dick Vitale, and he was doing a book signing at the Mississippi State bookstore, and it was at 2 o'clock. So I just left school at noon. Me and some buddies went and bought the book and went and got his and he signed it. Awesome. Hey, Brandon, awesome baby, Dick Vitale.
Awesome baby.
Yeah.
Connor, you got that in your bag?
Not at all. I can't do a Dick Vitale.
No, you can't believe in yourself, man.
Yeah, go ahead.
I know because I can't get my voice like that.
The show's not moving. The show's
you
not
got it, Connor. You got it. You can do it.
Oh, unbelievable! I can't do it. No.
Oh, you're not believing in yourself.
I can't.
You gotta believe.
I don't know.
Oh, it's awesome, baby.
I'm not an impressions guy.
Mark, that was pretty shocking. How bad it was.
I'm not an impressions guy.
You don't have.
That's why I didn't want to.
You're a voice guy. You're a voice guy.
You don't have to be an impressions guy. You're a voice.
Oh, diaper
guy.
dandy.
Oh, it's awesome, baby.
No, I don't have it.
What just happened?
Also,
to you?
my voice is a little bit shot today.
Why?
I don't know. I just sleeping weird recently. Obviously, not as weird as Mark.
Recently?
Is. Well, because like the sleeps.
Are you broken?
I napped. What?
Are you broken right now?
No. I napped from 8 o'clock until 9 o'clock last night, and then I was kind of thrown off the rest of the day, and then obviously the rest of the night. So my voice.
And that's why you can't do a Dick Vitale impression.
Well, I can't do it in general, but on top of that, my voice feels kind of like my throat's kind of funny today because I had this weird sleeping pattern last night.
Guys, I took an hour nap last night. So
I'm way off.
You can't take a nap.
I can't talk.
You can't take a nap at 8
I
o'clock.
agree with you. I just don't know how. I just don't know how that's relevant to your Dick Vitale.
But then I was like,
voice.
Whatever.
This is
my voice is scratchy today. Is what I'm trying.
This is weird.
All right, if you say so.
I got a thing. This is weird, but my titties guy that sends me titties every day, Jefferson Gibson. I don't know how he knew to do it. He DMs me last night at 2:21 a.m. And he DM'd me prep sheet for tomorrow I've been working on. A little prep sheet I put together for Wednesday's show. So this guy who doesn't work at Barstool, who I think works at a bar, put together a prep sheet that I'm not lying. It's right there. You see that prep sheet? A very thoroughly put together prep sheet. Would you like to dive in? Why do you have it? He sent it to you too?
He DMs me show notes every day.
I get the show notes, but this is the first time he's ever done a prep sheet.
Correct.
This is your titties guy?
This is my titties
He
guy.
doesn't send me titties.
Well, yeah, but he's always been my titties guy.
DMs me just
See?
a bunch of yapping every day.
There's proof of the.
No, I like.
Oh, let me see
Yeah.
that.
Cover that.
Oh, dude, yeah, that's pretty. Happy Valentine's Day to her.
Yeah.
You should text her, Connor. See what she's got. Or Balasek, you text her. You're the one that doesn't understand Valentine's Day. Text her.
Or
Absolutely,
women.
he's the asexual one.
Would
yeah.
you talk to her at the bar?
Nope.
Just text her Valentine's Day ... What's the deal?
Malisek's asexuality is
The deal?
No, actually, I kind of do want you to text to DM a girl that Valentine's Day. What's the deal?
Just see what happens.
Any girl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, any girl. I don't know how that's gonna work.
Who's
a girl?
Who's a girl? That's hard.
Yeah, I don't know.
You guys figure that out, and
It's
I'm happy to
difficult.
do it.
So let me just go through his prep sheet. Let's see what he's got. He has Valentine's Day, arguably the most annoying and commercialized holiday of all time, and many people hate Valentine's Day. I need one female sports person who can be an athlete or a broadcaster or whoever you want. She has to be related to sports that you think you love so much it would make Valentine's Day a good holiday. For example, whatever Kay Adams wants from Jefferson on Valentine's Day, she gets from Jefferson on Valentine's Day.
So if I'm reading this correctly, it's which sports media woman do you want to fuck?
Right.
that's his question.
That seems to be the crux of the question there.
Which sports media woman makes you the horniest?
He just spent a paragraph and 500 words to say, "Who would you do?" That's what he.
Bullet point 1: Kay Adams gives me a boner. It's like, what is his ultimate take home?
Who is Kay Adams? I thought Kay Adams was like
Kay
governor
Adams,
of Texas. Or
she
something.
used
governor
to
of
do,
Alabama.
She used to do Good Morning Football. She got the bag from a company we won't name here.
Okay. All right.
And I think does a show for them that
Okay.
we don't
All
that we don't
Basically,
care
she does
about.
a show where her and Shams flirt on camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His NFL prep sheet, Super Bowl viewership. Everyone is raving about how many viewers the Super Bowl got, but the World Cup is almost 10 times those viewers. Is football as big as we think it is, or are we just dumb,
That's a great
self-centered
question. This is a
Americans?
great point. And I think we should have talked about this on Monday morning after the Super Bowl. We should have talked about how this actually isn't. You know what would have been better is if this was soccer.
The only thing I would say to that is the Super Bowl is the biggest event in America. The World Cup, and I think that's the world.
Yeah.
The world has more people than America. I think if
Connor,
you
can you check that for us?
if you did it like a pie chart of the of Earth, I think America would be like responsible for 49% of people, and the world would be like 51% of people.
So it's close.
It's close. It's damn close.
Yeah. So it says here that the United States population is 331.9 million.
And the world is like 700 million.
No, actually, I can't believe what I'm reading. The world is actually 7.8 billion. So we're not as big as we thought.
I don't think billion's an actual number. I think that's,
I swear to God, Brandon, there's a B in here.
What?
there's a B in
Is that
here.
a typo? Did they mean to say million?
No, this isn't a Malice prep sheet. There is no typo here.
There's a B in here.
There's a
Countries by other. I've never even heard of that country.
I bet others sweet though.
40.32%.
So China is 18%, India is 17%, and we're.
Jokes aside, I didn't realize we were third. I really didn't.
I didn't either.
Wait, really?
I would have guessed we were like seventh. I would have guessed.
I'm interested in like 3rd through 10th. So it goes us, Indonesia, Brazil, Pakistan, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia. I would have thought Russia was more.
I would have thought Russia was more,
with how much influence they have. Mexico, Japan. Didn't know Mexico was that big.
Mexico's big, yeah.
I didn't know it was that big in population.
Yeah. High density.
Well, are they including Ebola
Hello?
in that number?
Do y'all want to keep going on this prep sheet at all, or
Yeah. So what was he saying? He was basically saying,
who do you want
was
to
this
fuck?
like? Who do you want to fuck?
A lot of people watch the Super Bowl.
A lot of people watch the Super Bowl, but more people watch the World Cup.
His NFL draft topic. The season is obviously now over, but they will play football again in September.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Okay. That's 7 months away, and we have 3 other major sports that will start and some fish.
It's okay.
Not including golf, college basketball. How soon is too soon to start talking the NFL draft? I actually had a question related to this. As the Super Bowl ends, what season are we in right now? Now, it's easy for you to say you're a college basketball guy. Are we in college basketball? Is it spring training season with pitchers and catchers reporting that some people say? Is it mock draft season? Is it hockey season? What season are we in right now?
How is it not college basketball season?
Well, it's also pro basketball season, pro hockey season.
Well, yeah, we're leading up.
Because I think college basketball season is, and I'm not trying to insult the sport, but college basketball will take over the world in March. It takes over the entire world,
which is like,
but it's not March
away.
yet. It's not March yet.
So it's like coming right around the corner.
Oh, I'm sorry. You think it's called February Madness?
No, the Madness isn't March. It's we're gearing up for the.
But March Madness is a phrase,
right?
So we're marching towards the madness.
We're marching towards March Madness. So this
so
march
it's
towards
lowercase March,
marching,
big case madness.
This is marching to madness. We're marching to madness. You just add the INGTO. That's all. And then once we get there, it's March Madness.
All right. So you add the ING and Terrell Owens, and you've got March Madness.
You got marching to madness.
All right.
What else would it be? What else?
That's what I was asking.
Well, I mean, like
now, if you
not.
If you go on Twitter, it is. They are starting to rain down mock draft 1.0s. They're raining down this week.
Sure, but
do you think
nobody's like
while we're there?
I haven't had one single conversation with anybody about fucking the draft yet.
Well, you're about to. While
we're here, it's not time. But
let's open this door real quick. It seems like the anti-Caleb Williams sentiment has started early, and maybe there's a lot of. You think it's going to be enough to drive him out of number 1 pick, or is this just all?
It's all smoking. Yeah, it's all smoke and mirrors.
Liam
Blutman.
Liam Blutman.
Mock draft.
Well, let's see who he's got number 1. I'm going to guess it's Caleb Williams. Okay.
Yeah.
Ranking in A. That's a good start. Why? What does that mean? Find the second guy's ranking.
Also in A. Also in A.
What? Okay, so why put the ranking
on
there,
Liam? Who's the third? In A. This is awesome. I love this. I love this. Ranking wide receiver 1. What?
OT1. Okay, well, why?
What's
he doing? Why were the quarterbacks not available?
OT4. What? I don't know. We got to read.
So I think what he's saying is he thinks these guys are going to be drafted in this spot, but he actually has the tackle who's going to be taken second as his 4th OT.
Yeah. When is the NFL draft? April?
End of April. Yeah.
End of April.
25th.
I don't think this is basketball bias, but I also don't think the NFL draft is as big as it obviously is, and people watch it and people care. But the basketball draft can change your franchise forever, and everyone pretends like the NFL draft. The Bears, if they draft Caleb Williams, holy shit, it changes it. It kind of you have to build around Caleb Williams. You have to make sure you don't fuck that. The Panthers got the number 1 pick last year. They got their guy, and they sucked ass this year. And there's no hope for that franchise. It's all gone.
I got a counterpoint here. Right behind the Panthers, Texans changed everything the second.
Sure, I'm not saying you can't change everything. I'm saying the idea going into the draft. And so many teams are taking like offensive linemen and shit like that there's not.
That's so boring when you do that.
Yeah,
and it's so necessary.
And it's necessary, and you need to do it. But I'm saying like it doesn't. There's not pizzazz to the NFL draft like there is. But I'm also a basketball guy, so like I say that with full understanding of my biases. But yeah, I don't know. There's like something about the NFL draft that I'm like, there's not. It's like a slow grind to build a championship caliber team. Whereas in the NBA, if you hit on a couple draft picks, you're set. Now, then the challenge is make sure they don't want to leave. They don't want to, just leave the franchise. Demand a trade to LA. But yeah, that's my thoughts on the NFL draft. It's like I think it's fun, but it's like not that big of a deal.
I'd rebuttal that like this. The NFL draft is in late April, so we're in beginning of February right now. We'll have a couple of months till we get to, and the summer will be starting. NFL is the very biggest sporting event very biggest sporting league in America. It's the biggest deal that we have here. When you get to mid-April, early May, getting a piece of the NFL, getting a night of NFL, getting that is like it's just awesome to throw that in.
Right.
The NBA draft comes in July, about 3 weeks after the NBA, or June. Comes about 2 or 3 weeks after the NBA has completed its season. There's been no separation
Less than
at
a
all.
week
Kind of rolls right into
It's like
it.
a week after.
And it doesn't feel like a standalone, oh, my God, I had to have this right now. Whereas the NFL kind of just says, hey, reminder, I know it's April and you're golfing and you're fishing. We're just going to go ahead and dominate the night.
Yeah.
And I don't think the NBA has that cachet, which I agree. In the long term, there are 2 rounds in an NBA draft. A lottery pick can change things instantly. If you have the number 19 pick in the NFL draft, you might get lucky. But
yeah, and the NFL draft itself is more of a slow grind of like you still are getting value in the 3rd round and the 4th round, and like it's just
you
like
can
a
get starters
slog.
on
It's a
Saturday.
slog of like a. Whereas the NBA is, and the other thing is the NFL draft is way more position. You draft out of a base of need, or from a place of need, I should say. Whereas the NBA, they will sometimes do that, but by and large, it is indicative of like who we think the best players are. So it becomes like a representation. Like when a guy gets drafted 17th, it doesn't always mean that, but you can basically distill it down to like scouts thought he was the 17th best player in coming into the draft. Whereas there are guys that will get drafted, in the 2nd round. That doesn't mean you could have been one of the 20 best players. It's just a lot of these teams didn't need an edge rusher or whatever.
it does beg the question that if Liam Blutman is going to put out a mock draft, why did he rank every position but the quarterbacks?
I don't know. Why couldn't you just do QB1 for these guys?
Good question.
I don't know. We have to read it. He did a great job teasing, or we did a great job teasing it, because now I just want to go read his rankings and understand them better.
And I guess and I don't mean to offend anybody in this room, and please, if you take it that way, I apologize. In a world that Liam Blutman works at this company, why the fuck did we get Jake Malasek to sit in here instead of Liam Blutman? Why the fuck did that happen? No offense to anybody.
Yeah, just being open and honest.
Yeah,
I do want
hey,
to leave a prep
Malasek,
sheet.
what's the deal? What?
I wanted him to come on Quick Picks. He wasn't here yesterday.
Oh, Liam?
Yeah, because he had been here all night.
Availability, right? That's the saying.
No, that's just a word.
Here I am.
You just said a word.
9 a.m. Here I am.
Availability.
Availability.
That's the say. Quote card. Availability.
Yep.
Jake Malasek.
I guess technically, Jake, every word is a saying if you think about it.
Availability. That's the saying. To answer the point though, or to answer the question, what season are we in? I think that sports fans in this country can you can be put in one of 2 categories, and it is you are a singular sports fan, you like the one sport you like, or you are a broad sports fan and you just like all sports, and whatever is on the menu for today and is being served to you, that's what you're going to eat. And if it's it's Wimbledon. I didn't even realize Wimbledon was going on.
Yeah.
I'm going to now sit on the couch and watch this entire match that I didn't even realize was happening. And yes, the NFL draft is massive. I'm not saying it's not. The ratings that it does is bigger than basically every NBA game.
Yeah.
But I think that is indicative of like the football only people, which there are a shit ton of in this country.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I view your question as more of a broad sports question. And I have to believe it's college basketball. And I have to believe that like we can shift to NFL
Probably
draft time
is,
after the Final Four.
Yeah.
Because we still have like a 3-week run up to the draft.
Yeah.
Where like the general sports fan can get excited about the draft then, right?
No, I think
you don't
so.
need to get excited about the draft in February.
No, it was just more me noticing that the Super Bowl's over and here come the mock draft version ones, and they're ready to get fired up.
That is true, but
you'll also start seeing more, and probably already have. You'll start Bubble Watch is going to be
Bubble Watch. Yep,
Bubble Watch is already taking shape.
Is it sneakily wrestling season? Road to WrestleMania and everything?
Boy. Woo-hoo, boy.
I've seen more WWE the past 2 weeks than I've ever seen in my time on social media.
It might be wrestling season.
Oh, my God.
It's the run-up to WrestleMania.
Don't do
The Rock is in the mix. They just had a press conference in Vegas. He's slapping Cody Rhodes. It might be wrestling season.
Yeah, man. Totally. It's totally
Market. It might.
Can't go anywhere without everybody talking about
Hey, you really can't. They've been talking about The Rock a lot.
who? Who's they? Define they.
The person with the ball that you smear.
The season it's definitely not is baseball season. It's pitchers and catchers today. People, it's too early for that.
Yeah, it's too early for that.
Baseball season is so long that I get it. Like the idea of it starting is opening day is fun. It is, but it's just so long that it's a marathon. I'm not anxious to start that marathon yet.
No,
and it's a summer sport, and like it's hard to get fired up about baseball when it's like 20 degrees outside.
Yeah,
but I also understand like people see pitchers and catchers as like it's Groundhog Day, and that's their version of like, oh my God, summer's right around the corner. I'm hearing the crack of the bat on Sports Center at 2 a.m. because they're showing spring training highlights. Before you go any further, Brandon, I want to talk about DraftKings.
Do you?
Yeah, we are excited to announce our partnership with DraftKings Sportsbook. DraftKings will be our one-stop shop for all things betting. This week, new customers who deposit $5 or more can get a no-sweat bet up to $1,000 on any sport. What is a no-sweat bet? It is just like getting an offensive board. If you miss your first shot, you get another chance to score with a bonus bet back. You can also follow what all of your favorite Barstool personalities are betting on by joining the Barstool Betting Group on the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code FAMILY. I love that promo code. It is code FAMILY. New customers can get a no-sweat bet up to $1,000 if your first bet loses, only on DraftKings Sportsbook with code FAMILY. The crown is yours.
Also, until tomorrow, 50% profit boost any bet, any sport on DraftKings as well.
There you go.
Jake.
And you said Jake Malasek brings nothing to the show.
Good promo.
Jake, say it.
What's the deal?
No.
Family.
No, just say it. Don't
Family.
listen.
There you go.
You know the saying, family.
What they say.
You know, as the saying goes, family.
What's the deal with family?
Isn't that the saying? Availability?
What they say.
As the saying goes.
In the NBA, we'll talk about the LeBron thing in a minute, but I thought it was interesting last night. The Orlando Magic retired Shaq's number. That's the first number they've ever retired in their history. That's I know they don't have that long of a history, but what is it, 89, I think?
Let's see.
It was Hornets, Heat, Timberwolves, Magic all came in the league within a year of each other. I think it was in 88, 89, 90, somewhere around
89.
89.
Shaq feels right as the first jersey,
Shaq feels right as the first jersey, but why are 2024?
Why did it take so long?
Why did it take so long? Yeah. I feel like they could have had a couple more. Like, I feel like Dwight Howard probably should have had his retired by this point.
No, I think it's tough because the circumstances of them leaving the franchise probably added some.
Yeah, Shaq had a bad edge.
Maybe there was like some resentment, and then you need some time to heal the wounds, and then you take a deep breath, and then you say, yeah, he kind of was a legend, and we should retire his jersey.
I mean, I feel like Shaq, as soon as Shaq retired from the NBA, I think he should have gotten the retired jersey in like, when did he retire? Like 2007, 8? So
Later than
that, yeah.
It was like 2010.
Yeah,
Really?
like
2010?
10 or 11,
Yeah.
okay, so say he retires in 2010. By 2015, the Magic need that jersey.
Magic, Lakers, Heat. Those are the three that should retire.
Oh, okay. Which is
And they are. The Lakers did, right? And the Heat did as well already?
I don't know if the Heat
retire his
did.
jersey?
Did the Heat? You think the Heat should have retired his jersey?
Oh, absolutely.
He won one title there. He was good for about 2 years to 3 years. I'm
absolutely.
I guess he helped win them their first title. Like Dwayne Wade just retired. He should already have his jersey up for the Heat, right?
Yeah, it is, right? It is. Who's the Heat?
Yeah. He's retired.
So the Heat have retired Tim Hardaway's jersey,
Dan Marino,
Chris Bosh, and Dan Marino,
and Bill Russell. Everybody retired Bill Russell and Michael Jordan and Shaquille O'Neal. Yeah, they should. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought they
see the Heat.
Oh, they haven't done D Wade yet.
They did Udonis Haslem.
Yeah, that's.
But the Heat are aggressive. Like they have that. They came in the league at the exact same time. The Magic have now retired their first jersey. That was my point. It's shocking they went that long.
That's what Heat culture is. The dumbest thing in the world, except it's not. You know, like the Miami Heat love the self suck of we have a different culture here, and it is annoying as shit. But then I don't know. Maybe there is something to that.
So how many guys? Who has the most franchises have retired his jersey? Because LeBron's going to have 3, right? He's going to have Lakers.
Cavs, Heat, Lakers. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's going to have 3. Shaq might have 3.
Most the one guy who has his jersey retired in the most places.
Could it be 4? Somebody going to get to 4? I don't know who could get to 4.
Well, I mean, Michael Jordan's is retired with the Heat. I don't know.
Nah,
if
we're
that's
not
the
counting
same.
that. We're not
Bill
counting.
Russell's retired across the league.
Yeah, those are Jackie Robinson across Major League Baseball. But
yeah, good answer, Connor. That was definitely relevant.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
definitely really
Exactly
helped the conversation.
the nature of the question.
Didn't stop us at all.
Yeah, that was what we had in mind.
Really fucking stupid. You know that? You know that? It was really fucking stupid.
I get it, Brandon.
Wilt.
Oh shit,
Really
dude.
as
I
well.
What's wrong with you?
nothing. I have to beat Connor's ass, and I'm realizing I'm running out of time.
You gonna do that on?
I don't. Yeah, I thought we were
you
gonna do it on
said by
the
the end
show.
of the day.
I realize it's already 10, and I haven't beat Connor's ass yet.
You can beat his ass later.
I'll beat your ass later, Connor.
All right, we'll film it.
Do we have? If you get your ass beat so severely, do you have any emergency contacts? Any numbers we could call?
You got to quit doing that.
Quit doing what?
This is 2 days in a row.
I'm trying to take care of you,
where
dude.
you brought up calling my mother on the phone.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
He never said your mother. He said literally just emergency contact. That's it. That's it.
But if I was gonna call her, where?
Not available.
Not with that attitude.
You know what, Connor? Give me her number, and I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna put it in Brandon's phone and block, so it's blocked. So
Right.
I can't call her. So you go ahead, give me her number, and I will. I will make sure Brandon never calls her. The answer was Wilt. TJ, did I hear you say?
Also has 3.
Wilt has 3 as well, and 3 is probably the record. It would be hard to be 4. How could you?
Yeah, 4 would be a lot.
Like Durant. The Nets aren't retiring
No,
Durant's jersey.
no.
So he's got Suns, Warriors, Thunder.
The Thunder, if he wins a title with the Suns, he'll get 3. He'll
Yeah.
get Thunder. Will he get Warriors? Kind of, but not really. You won Finals MVP for the Warriors. I mean, you win Finals MVP for a franchise.
Yeah. I don't
That
know.
feels like it should be enough. I don't know.
Now I've gone cross-eyed thinking about it. Just a lot. A lot of players played a lot of places.
Yeah, who else could? I don't know.
Does the chat say anybody?
They say Jaromir Jagr, but I'm trying to confirm.
I think that's the chat doesn't really know hockey as well as I do. And actually, TJ's the one that read it, but I think it's Jaromir Jagr.
Jeremy Johnson.
Jaromir Jagr.
Jaromir Jagr.
Oh, speaking of hockey, did you see that Connor McDavid had 6 assists last night? That was unbelievable. 6 assists. I mean, that's fucking.
Yeah.
That's. Allow me to use a hockey term. I don't have one. Sorry, I'm trying to think of one.
Icing.
That's
Your favorite hockey.
That's some magical icing last night by Connor McDavid. And Brad Marchand celebrated his 1,000th game in the league. What's the hardest milestone for longevity to reach as a pro, and which milestones shouldn't be acknowledged but are? I have a take.
What's the hardest milestone for? I'm going to read this again because I want to understand.
Yeah, it's a stupid question.
The hardest milestone for longevity to reach as a pro, and which milestones shouldn't be acknowledged but are? What's the hardest milestone for longevity to reach? Okay. What's the hardest milestone for longevity, Brandon?
Okay.
Is it 1,000 free throws in 16 hours?
It's 41 free throws.
Okay.
41. No, I don't know. I hate both these questions. But I'm going to take the question. I'm going to make my own statement. I think the Cal Ripken games record is the most overrated thing in sports. That is my statement.
I think
He played baseball, first of all. So whoever's got the football record is way more impressive, and we don't celebrate that. Whoever's got the hockey record is way more impressive. We don't talk about that. Whoever's got the basketball record is way more impressive. We don't talk about that.
we did talk about the football record, actually, didn't we?
Probably.
Like, wasn't Joe Thomas? Wasn't that talked about all the time with him? He never missed a snap for the Browns.
Yeah, but it certainly wasn't talked about to the level that Cal Ripken. Like ESPN shut down a whole summer.
Well, because
Cal Ripken was-
Joe Thomas didn't make it to 2,000 games.
Yeah, because he didn't. They don't have that many games.
Well, maybe
baseball has more
maybe,
games.
I mean, the NFL does have.
You're saying
that
Joe
many games.
Thomas should have played in should have played baseball?
No, I'm saying that there are more NFL games. The Browns were playing this year.
Oh, so you think should
yeah,
there be 162 NFL games a year?
that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying Joe Thomas had the opportunity to play.
Oh,
in
he didn't have to
2,000
stop
games.
playing. Is what
That's
you're saying.
what I'm saying. He's a
Okay.
quitter. Is
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
So
That's exactly what I'm saying.
to get to 2,000 games, Joe Thomas would have had to play until age what, 200 or 300,
Yeah.
and nobody stopped him from doing that.
Himself. You know, he could have tried at least. I don't think he actually his streak got snapped at one point during his career, right? Didn't he get hurt?
Joe Thomas? I have
Yeah.
no idea. Eli Manning had one of the records, didn't he?
Yeah, they talked about it with Eli too when he was.
Because they had to stop that record to
His
let
got
Geno
stopped.
Smith.
The Joe
start.
Thomas, TJ, I need some help with that one or somebody, because I do need to know that. Did Joe Thomas finish his career having played every snap? I remember that being a thing for a
Now,
long
Joe
time.
Thomas,
but,
the
like,
founder of Wendy's.
No, that's Dave Thomas. You're
Okay.
thinking of Dave Thomas. It's his nephew though, Joe.
It was 10,363 consecutive snaps for Joe Thomas.
And now, did it get broken because he retired or because he got hurt or like sat out or something happened?
Trying to figure that out.
Surely somebody in the chat has the answer.
Oh, it was an injury.
You think-
Tricep
It wasn't it?
injury.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I
You think
thought
Joe
it-
Thomas is in the chat?
Because I remember I had a vague memory of like that being a sad moment that Joe Thomas was going to miss a snap.
Well, as the saying goes, availability.
Availability, yeah.
This says his streak only snapped during his 167th and final game of his career,
Oh.
during which he played 43 snaps before suffering a torn tricep.
Oh, so he technically, you could argue that he never missed a snap. He just decided to retire in that moment.
True.
That he got hurt and just said,
It's over.
you know what, I'm done. I'm just going to quit right
Yeah.
now.
This is the streak is stopping here because this is my last
This
snap.
is me. Yeah, I could go back
Right.
out there, but
The streak isn't ending. I don't know how to.
yeah.
I don't know. I'm tired.
But he never actually missed a snap in his career.
I found that he's like a heartthrob in the Midwest.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he turned jacked after he got out of the league. And
Offensive
lost all that
linemen
weight.
will sneak up and get hot on you.
Yeah,
They'll get hot on you in a hurry.
You just stopped eating.
Midwest
Yeah.
girls love him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tall, strapping lads.
Mm-hmm.
I've always heard if you want the best husband, get you an offensive lineman.
Really?
Yeah, they're smart, they're dependable, reliable people. Probably got big dicks.
That's so. I think the Cal Ripken streak is aging wonderfully, though. I think maybe in the moment it might have been overrated, but now it's like
How did it help his team? 1,500 games in, and he's batting
availability,
he's
dude.
batting 100 over. Don't be throwing sayings at me. He's batting 100 over the last 10 games, but he has to play for the streak. And then who was the rumor that beat him up or something? Somebody beat somebody up, and just the most ridiculous rumor ever that the Orioles postponed a game because Kevin Costner beat him up. Am I making this?
Oh, yeah.
You okay?
That was my phone.
Sounded like a firework.
What happened? What? Not with the phone. I'm talking on the Cal
His
Ripken.
phone fell and it stopped.
I'm not
his whole-
talking about the phone. I'm talking about forget the phone.
Right.
What happened with Kevin Costner?
His phone fell and it stopped him with his
I
conversation.
said forget the phone.
His phone fell.
Tell me about Kevin
He was
Costner.
going to tell us, and then the phone stopped him. So tell us.
I'm looking it up. It was like there's a book about this, I think.
But I thought TJ, you were
Oh,
about to
so-
say something.
Right.
It's like Kevin Costner's like wife, like Cal Ripken allegedly like fucked his wife or
Oh,
something.
Cal
so
Ripken
Kevin Costner
allegedly
beat the shit
caught
out of him, and
his
then
wife in bed with Kevin Costner.
and then they
Oh.
canceled a game.
He got in a fight with Kevin Costner and was so banged up that he couldn't play in that night's game.
But then they
You know who else was
canceled the
banged
game,
up?
so it didn't count. The Orioles caused a power outage, and then they had to cancel the game so that it didn't break the streak, I think is what the
This is a real story?
This is a real rumor.
urban legend, according to this.
There was a game that in the streak that was canceled because of power outages.
Okay.
Yeah, but be that as it may, what do they say, Malasek?
Availability.
That had an undertone
way-
of
yeah.
like just doing my job.
Yeah, there was.
That-
The way he said that, the tone in that one was especially hate-worthy.
I'm not willing to call it breaking news, but breaking developments in the Mark Titus world.
Oh, there you go. I mean, you know that was coming, right?
Yeah, but now we're seeing it. Now we're seeing it typed out, Brandon, and it's a little different when you see it typed out. All right, click on Silver Bulletin. I'm not aware of the Silver Bulletin. I need to see some names attached to this.
7,300 followers.
I need to see who's like. I don't know this guy. I don't know. I'm not saying they're not reputable. I just don't know them. We went on Chris Holman's for some time today. We'll be moving on today.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, so this is happening today.
Is the report.
I mean,
State.
oh boy.
Ohio State.
I knew it was I knew it's going to come eventually. I just thought they might wait till the end of the season. I actually don't agree with that. If they fired him today, I wouldn't love that. I don't want. Holman's awesome. I love him. He's the nicest guy in the world. But we have reached a point in his tenure at Ohio State where I preface things about Chris Holman talking about how he's a nice guy.
Yeah.
And that's never where you want to be as a coach. You never want the first bullet point on your defense to be like, great guy, great human being.
You don't think there's value in being the first team at the coaching buffet?
Yeah, there probably is. That's a good point. I don't know, because when you fire guys, I'm still stupid enough, and you'll probably roll your eyes at this, and a lot of people will. I do care about the culture of the program, and I care about like how we operate as like how we treat people and shit. And I don't want to be a program that fires people in the middle of the season unless like something heinous happened.
Yeah.
But we are losing every fucking game. We're losing like crazy, and we did it last year, and we're losing a lot this year. I don't. That is a good point, but I think like if we fired him after we lose in the Big Ten tournament, we're still very early at the buffet. I don't think like it's not like Brad Stevens is dying to get back in college basketball.
Yeah.
Let's say that's the dream scenario. He's not, but Brad Stevens is out there and he's like, I'm just gonna wait for the first good job, and he like UCLA. Mick Cronin leaves UCLA to go to Louisville or something, and UCLA hires Brad Stevens. In late March or in mid-March, and if Ohio State just would have fired Chris Holman earlier, maybe we could. I don't think that's like how.
You don't think Brad Stevens is going to wake up, read the newspaper tomorrow, and see Ohio State job open and be like, "Slam!"
Well, shit, yeah, I got to do this now.
Get your stuff.
I think like the super desirable coaches that are worth having the job open to try to get them, I think are going to wait and bide their time and see what's out there anyway. Being first at the buffet is nice, but I think the smart buffet eaters know to peruse the entire buffet before they grab their plate, right?
Got to do a run around.
Do a run around. Give it time.
Do a scouting mission.
Do the scouting. I don't think you walk in and you fall in love with the roast beef and just slap it on the plate, right?
There's better stuff than roast beef. Just because there's a fancy guy back there carving it doesn't mean it's the best food there.
So if we fire Holt today, I'll actually be a little upset about that. I mean, I'm not going to be that mad, I guess, because if like you said, you got to move forward and you got to figure out what's next. But I don't want to be the program that's like, I don't want to run this thing like we're like an SEC school.
I got to say what I'm about to say, but there's a job opening at Ohio State, and they do offer you the job. We're doing a show, so are you going to leave the show or?
Yeah,
make a deal with it right now.
I'm going to leave the show.
Make a deal right now.
There's no. I'm going to make.
I'll let you out of the Mostly Sports contract if I can be an assistant.
No deal. I'm just going to leave. Thought about that?
If TJ could be an assistant.
No, why? You guys got to keep the show going. I want to call in after games. You guys are going to be my propaganda wing. Like I need to
to come up here and do the show at 10:00 at night after a game.
No, I want to call in the morning after we lose
and
explain to you why it wasn't my fault. It was my players' fault.
Did you see those guys?
Yeah, like the game plan was great. These fucking idiots won't listen to me. Yeah, that is breaking news, TJ. I'm a little shook by that.
No, that's breaking development.
Breaking developments. Yeah. I hope we get. The other thing I'm worried about is that we hire a scumbag in the name of winning. And again, that's naive, and people are like, no, dude, college sports these days, you just got to go fucking win those games, dude. Forget about ethics and moral. You don't want what you want is a winner, dude. Get a fucking winner in there. I do not want that, for the record. If we hire Chris Beard, I will be very upset.
Yeah.
And Chris Beard's a hell of a basketball coach.
Hell of a coach.
I do not want Chris Beard coaching my basketball team. And I just want to go put that on the record, Connor.
I was about to ask if you officially wanted
I want that officially on the record.
So this morning I woke up and I decided, hey, here's what I'm going to do. I just searched on Twitter the words Travis and Taylor. It's Valentine's Day. Mark, you've been on the record saying that this silly football nonsense needs to go away. This is true love.
Connor, is that true? Have I been on the record saying that?
I actually don't think you have.
Huh. You just is the record a fucking joke to you, Brandon?
I'm
well,
scanning
what did
the
you
sheet
say?
right now.
I thought you went on the record last time you talked about this.
No, I said it. I didn't put it on the record. You don't just get you
Big difference.
this fucking guy. He doesn't understand the record.
You
Big difference between saying things and putting them on the record.
in off the record conversations, you said true love and all that, and once football season is over, and the love is then going to blossom even more.
Yeah, I did say this.
So what I found today was just a couple of. My idea was to look how batshit crazy are the fans over Travis and Taylor. It's Valentine's Day, and let's see what people's ideas of true love. So I found 3 tweets, and to me they're increasingly unhinged. And I don't even know where we're going with this, but just people's reaction to people they don't know dating kind of fascinates.
I hated this idea as you were initially setting it up, but I'm in on this now.
I'm out on it now. Ironically, now that I'm here. So TJ, the first tweet's kind of just like a table setter, just like, okay, well, this is to the level people are following their love life. This is the most tender thing I've ever watched. Travis Kelce, you son of a.
This is the most tender.
And he turns and he kisses her. That's the most tender thing that person has ever seen.
This
Keep in mind, they're kissing as if 2 strangers who have never met before. That's
Just
the
kissing.
most tender thing
They're
that
just kissing.
person's.
They're just kissing. That's
Standard operating kiss.
the most tender thing I've ever seen is barbecue YouTube. Some of the videos. On there.
I was going to
Some
say a
of the
nice
videos
brisket.
You watch a guy cut a brisket in half and then squeeze it as he shows the camera.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
or grab the bone and just take the bone out
Yeah,
and the meat just falls apart. Yeah.
Oh, God. That's way more tender than whatever that was.
That was not that tender. I did not see one bone come out of Taylor Swift there.
Be careful, Brandon. Brandon, be careful.
All right, tweet number 2 is we get a little more unhinged, a little more crazy. There's something about their dynamic that's different from previous ones. Travis's attraction to Taylor is obvious. Can't stop touching her. But he's always so tender. His grip is careful. His kisses are sweet. The way he envelops her is delicate. Same goddamn clip. Same goddamn clip. This motherfucker's writing like a romantic novel. His grip is careful. His kisses are sweet. The way he envelops her is delicate. What's happening to?
He's always so tender.
I also like Travis's attraction to Taylor is obvious. Yeah, she's a chick.
Yeah.
Yeah, we like to touch women. That's what we do.
And
Oh, except for Malasek. Sorry, Malasek.
He's just got his arm around her. That's not.
And you might think, geez, that person might be crazy. Tweet number 3. I've made my decision. I'm not a fan of this at all. She's dragging him to parties, or rather clubs I've never seen him ever attend, nor has he ever claimed to enjoy. It's the honeymoon phase, but he might develop an addiction. Drugs aren't a joke.
It's just a video of them at the club.
It's just a video of them walking in a club. And I'm almost certain Travis Kelce's been to a club before. Maybe I'm wrong. They're just standing there. That's all that's happening.
Are we sure this isn't a troll?
This one was the one where I thought maybe this one is a little fake. But the other 2 I think were real.
I think you're right, yeah.
Which brought me to this idea. We can do it tomorrow, whenever. But Mostly Sports has to craft our own Travis and Taylor tweet in an attempt to go viral. In an attempt to get the Swifties to thumbs up or like us or whatever. We don't have to do it now. We can think about it.
The parade's today, I think.
Is she going to be there?
There's a chance.
Okay, well, there you go. We're going to have our
on Valentine's Day?
I need to see the clip first. Like, I need to see what the reference material.
So let's pick a clip from the parade if she's there, and we'll do it tomorrow.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, we can do it that way because it's hard to just do it without.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's what we're going to do.
Okay.
Okay.
What else?
We did get a replacement silly sheet.
Yeah. I also have something I sent over to TJ. for Valentine's Day if we wanted to stick with this trend?
We do.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we did.
Just it's something
I think
like
we're
that I
gonna
was
need to see this.
putting together yesterday. Some Valentine's Day cards that are mostly sports themed, and I figured maybe we could just go one by one and see them. I don't know.
Yeah, I think we're gonna need to. I think we're gonna need to do this because,
Just-
as the saying goes, Connor Griffin.
Just something light if you want to give to that special someone.
As the saying goes, Connor Griffin. You know.
You know what they say.
You know what they say.
Connor.
Connor.
I sent them to TJ. They get progressively. Yeah. So together we can do anything.
Okay. All right. 1 for 1.
Connor doesn't miss.
There's
He
one.
really doesn't.
I want to introduce you to my family.
Yeah. There we go. Like that one.
They get progressively dirtier. As
Also,
we go
this was the first time I ever noticed that in pictures, Mark Titus adapts a "fuck you." I want to fuck
on.
you.
Yeah.
What is the? It's a
No. Look at that face. That face is
You're
ridiculous.
doing the same
Smolder.
face, dude.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm smiling.
I'm smiling too, dude. What are you talking about?
You had a pick in your mouth.
I had a toothpick in my
toothpick.
mouth, which I was not doing to be a cool guy. I have a lot of fucking steak in my teeth.
You do blue steel in pictures. It's fine.
I won't apologize that I'm apparently making a lot of men horny when they see pictures of me. That's what it is. Dudes see pictures of me and they just
Bacon isn't the only thing I'm bringing home tonight.
There's a little Carl Ham in there.
wait.
But bacon would be.
Oh, I'm bringing you home.
Exactly.
That's what he's saying.
Oh,
He's
you
saying,
okay?
I'm
Okay.
gonna bring you home.
I'm gonna
Like,
bring
bacon's
you
not the
home.
only thing I'm bringing home tonight.
I was thrown off because Carl Ham has a wife at home, so
Yeah.
he wouldn't bring. But I get where you're going with this.
Okay.
Yeah. I would give this to a woman, and she would.
Exactly.
I got
It's a
it.
Carl Ham themed thing, and then I think we get into personal ones. Yeah. Are you trying to spend the night?
Oh.
A.N. Little Ruckers.
Yeah, we got that.
I'm gonna use this one.
Yeah, there you go. Hug me, lover. That's actually a higher res pick I found.
Thank God.
Are
You can actually see that it's
Can we see?
See, it's me.
Can we find any other men?
Not in
higher
that.
res pick?
No. Not in that crowd.
Oh no, absolutely not.
So there's that one. You're a chick I'd like to fillet. Am I right?
What's the deal?
That was pretty good.
So good.
Oh, that's good shit. You put the tits in Titus. This one's I don't know how many people are going to remember this joke. This next one. Down for some DP?
I do remember this.
I don't remember the
The
joke.
DP is a play in dodgeball.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
A double.
Yeah.
It's not penetration,
Yeah.
surely, but what is it?
Yeah.
Double.
I think it was called double
There
penetration.
might just
wasn't
be-
it?
Yeah. It was like a peekaboo maneuver
Yeah.
that they would do in
Was D-
dodgeball.
Did they do the thing during the dodgeball game, or was it at the frat after?
No, I was at the game.
It was at the game.
It was at
Okay.
the
Okay.
And then I think this is the last one. Slide it in. That one's not as,
You can put that one on the
tongue-in-cheek.
shirt right now. Got me.
Slide it in.
So that's some Valentine's
Holy
Day cards
shit,
if you want to
that's
share with
Keep
us.
in mind, he could have gone like sliding into your DMs or something
Slide
like
it.
that.
Nah, he went straight.
It was
for
straight to
It
the
was
pussy.
straight. for it. That's-
There was no double entendre with that one. That was just blunt.
Yeah, you can go ahead and tweet all those out as far
Okay,
as I'm
yeah.
concerned, especially sliding into that pussy in Chick-fil-A.
As they say, Brandon, Connor.
They do be saying that.
Do you want to do the NHL thing, or do you want to get the silly time?
We'll do silly time.
Okay, we'll save the NHL thing. We'll save the NHL.
All right, so the replacement silly sheet, if you remember, if you were here with us an hour ago when we went over Jake Malisek's silly sheet, it was Valentine's Day, what's the deal? The Professional Lacrosse League starts today. Best lengthened days of a vacation, and do you guys eat breakfast?
Can I say I would like to see the Dukes clip. I would. We talked about it. We've talked
Another
about it a
point
lot.
for the sheet.
Yeah, another point for the sheet. I do. Now that Malisek is
Getting cocky.
Yeah, I would like to see the Dukes clip. And FSU Brando, I think, did the remix. I'd like to listen to that too.
Dukes actually just posted that on his personal Instagram.
That's
who
what
MVP should have been.
the sheet.
Oh, Malisek,
I'm having a good time.
relax.
This has been fun.
Also, are we gonna bring up the Cody tweet? Are we gonna
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, but we're gonna need him to stand in the middle while we roast it.
Okay.
Did we talk about baths on the show yesterday?
Oh, we've talked about baths.
Because
That was the yak. It was the yak. We did it on the yak.
I blacked out.
Yeah. We talked.
At the
Did we
second
talk about
half.
baths here and then the yak? Yeah,
That's
that's
when
right.
the news broke. Was here.
Yeah.
I blacked out the second half,
I
and
sent
then
y'all
I saw
a picture of my bath.
we tweeted from Mostly Sports about Brandon you take a bath 5 days a week.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just completely
Like a lot of baths.
I missed that.
Yeah, I took a bath as soon as I got home yesterday.
It was a very nice tub.
You can fit in your tub.
You didn't see the picture? Tweeted to the Mostly Sports group yesterday.
I was in and out of consciousness.
That's okay.
Big fan of the faucet.
Let me see it.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you have a huge tub. Dude.
Yeah, big tub. Big tub. Big tub guy.
This is.
I
kind
have
of
a big
this
tub.
This is kind of a jacuzzi.
I'm
so
very tubby.
It's less weird when you have, but you don't like the jets though. So that
I go Jets 25% of the time.
okay.
All right. Where are we at? We're gonna do silly sheet or we're gonna roast Cody's bed?
Up to you guys.
Cody's not here, so
Cody's not here at all. He hasn't shown up.
let's do silly sheet.
I think
Okay.
it's here.
Well,
can
do
go.
we have the Dukes clip?
Yeah,
I want to
let's go
do
to
that first. I want to do Dukes and FSU Brando. We need to see that.
Who the MVP should have been? Who should the MVP should have been? Who should the MVP should have been? Who should the MVP should have been?
Do the original one. Do the original one. And then the FSU Brando one.
I think I could watch it a million times. It gets better every time I see it. Who?
Great clip.
Okay.
I forgot to talk there for a second.
Yeah.
I slept enough, but I'm like hungover from too much sleep now. I got home and I went to sleep at 7:00 and I woke up this morning at 6. So that's 11 hours, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's good sleep.
Connor took an hour nap.
Yes,
So he
It's true.
completely threw him off.
they really did.
Do we have
Off kilter.
the Dukes clip?
I'm finding it.
He's finding it, dude.
Do the Dickie V again.
No, I can't do the Dickie V now. My voice is even worse than that.
Alex,
Let's just
like,
start the show.
do the Valentine's Day. What's the deal?
What's the deal with Valentine's Day?
But keep going.
Oh, you got your chocolates, you got your flowers. Who are you supposed to give them to?
Now this is a mixture of
The
Dickie
woman.
V and
Oh, I did get a little Dickie V in there.
That's what the
Are you serious? They kind of have the same voice.
a little bit, yeah.
No, they don't.
Yeah, but if you do the impression, it's kind of the same thing.
I get where he's coming.
Yeah, if you do it poorly.
Ding, 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 do, do, do. Right?
He's going
No.
acapella for the Seinfeld.
Seinfeld has like a tinge of like the whiny like.
You just say Jewish.
Well, that's not what he was saying.
That's not
I
what
don't
I
think.
said at all, dude. That's fine.
I don't think that's what he was saying at all.
No.
Is the Jewish.
It's
Do you think Jews are the only ones that go?
That was that.
You think that's a Jewish?
That's a
thing?
Jewish thing.
I don't
Now,
think it is.
you're
I guess
saying-
I guess
you're
I'm
saying
Jewish.
this
I am
because
Jewish
you're-
after
Yeah,
all.
no,
Brandon.
I am a part of the tribe.
He's
that's
Jewish.
that's a Jewish thing, 100%.
Travis Kelce's.
That's like a Larry David, Jerry Seinfeld.
They do it.
But is that a Larry David thing? Is being bald a
No,
Jewish thing?
that's like that's a Jewish thing.
I guess I am Jewish. I guess
Yep.
I learned.
I've
today.
always thought you were.
I know. That's why I guess I realized. Like you asked me a question and I don't really have an answer, and I go, "Is Travis Kelce Jewish?" When he gets asked if he likes blowjobs, is
What would they say, Mark Titus? Right?
I feel like you're having a different conversation. Than the rest of us.
I just thought of Titus's Jewish name.
Right there.
Titus.
do we have the Dukes clip?
nice. Let's go to the Dukes.
Who the MVP should? All right, we're asking people who the MVP should have been. Who should the MVP should have been?
Marcus Holman. Michael Sowers. Mikey Sowers.
And then they and the
He's
clip.
asking like 11-year-olds too. I didn't even remember that. He pulled.
It's 3
He's
kids.
at a fucking. Is that a
Who the?
he just pulled a bunch of 11-year-olds.
All right, we're asking people who the MVP should have been. Who should the MVP should have been?
Who should have been? Should have been. Who should the MVP
should have been again? Who should the MVP should have been? Who should the MVP should have been?
This is so good.
Who should the MVP should have been?
This is when FSU Brando earned my follow. I had this song stuck in my head for weeks, and I probably will now.
FSU Brando's a goat.
Underrated part of that moment, by the way, was he did more interviews with people about the MVP, and one guy said Tom Schreiber, and then Dukes just turns to the camera and goes, "Weird, no one thinks Tom Schreiber should win MVP." Crazy.
We made merch off of that, didn't we? Didn't we have who should the MVP should have been shirt?
Oh yeah.
It gets thrown around a lot, and everyone has their own list. That to me is an all-time Barstool thing.
Yeah.
Like that was so fucking funny, and it was, I don't know. I will remember that the rest of my life. You could say the phrase "Who should the MVP should have been" to me when I'm 95 years old, and I will laugh. Okay, silly time. Go ahead, Brandon. What's on the sheet? What's on the? This is a Connor.
I'm going to read the topics, and you go wherever you want. Hot Ones host Sean Evans, dating porn star Melissa Stratton, ... hanging since December.
Huh?
What?
They've been hanging out since December is what I think the headlines.
Oh, hanging out.
Yeah.
Okay. They have been hanging since December.
Together.
Yeah. They've been hanging out.
They've been spending time together since December.
Correct. And there are pictures of them out in public, and I just thought it was cool. Shout out Sean Evans.
I wasn't sure what noun hanging was referencing.
Agreed. I didn't. What action that it was portraying in this particular.
Yeah.
I did think. I thought two things.
Yeah.
One was penis.
Penis. Yes, of course.
The other one was death.
Death. Yeah. Also, yeah.
Penis and death.
Like he found out he was dating a porn star, and he's been he's been trying to hang himself since December. Ever since then. He just met this woman at a bar. They hit it off. He fell in love, and then he found some videos online, and I thought that's what that meant.
Here's something
they
controversial.
Were simply hanging out. Okay.
Lana Del Rey wore this custom 49ers jacket at Super Bowl 2024 until joining Taylor Swift in the Chiefs suite.
Mm-hmm.
And say that again?
Should the MVP
should have been.
Until joining Taylor Swift in the Chiefs suite. That's not easy. Until joining Taylor Swift in Chiefs suite.
Joining Taylor Swift in Chiefs suite.
You did it perfectly. So
joining Taylor, Connor, you get one go. You get one chance. Do it.
To recite it?
He's out.
Joining Taylor Swift in Chiefs suite.
Malisic, do it.
Joining Taylor Swift in Chiefs suite.
TJ.
Joining Taylor Swift in Chiefs suite.
Yeah, maybe
I should have gotten it a little easier. What custom 49ers jacket?
She was wearing that. I believe she was in a different section. She took a picture with it, and then she went into Taylor Swift's part of the suite, the Chiefs suite, and took it off. So she was rooting.
Is it possible, and I'm just throwing out there, it was warm in the building?
Or is it possible that Taylor Swift is inviting the enemy of her boyfriend's team into the suite and forced Lana Del Rey?
I'm quickly learning how insane people who cover celebrities, I guess you'd call it, like the singers, the pop stars?
Celebrities.
Yeah.
These people are fucking insane.
Yeah.
All of them.
They track all this shit, dude.
She took her fucking jacket off. She had a jacket on. She took her jacket off.
And she probably did it just respectfully, like, hey, I'm going into, she's rooting for the Chiefs. I'm just going to take my jacket off. Or she might have been warm.
Even if it was, like, I'm a Niners fan, but, like, that's pretty standard.
I'm going to go see my friend, and my friend is doing something different, so I'm going to accommodate. Yeah, okay.
Chiefs suite.
That's a pretty.
Swift Chiefs suite.
Yeah, like if I.
Joining Taylor Swift in Chiefs suite. Sweet.
Sounded like Buddy the Elf. Francisco.
Chiefs suite.
Chiefs suite. Cody's here, by the way.
Hey, Cody is here.
Get Cody's ass in here.
Yeah.
And his whole body, actually. Bring it all in here. For clarification.
Chiefs suite.
It's not only his ass that I'm interested in.
I just need the ass. Get me that ass.
Who should the MVP should
sit between those two guys?
Ooh.
Also, definitely no reason you should have gotten one of those.
Yeah, wait, what is this? Why does he have the
You
full
definitely
tracksuit?
stole that tracksuit.
No, it was given to me.
Dude, I don't even have the full tracksuit. I only have the top.
I think that's yours.
You probably took my pants.
Someone that was running
So either,
the
like-
stream said it's up for grabs.
Can you talk into the Mouse X mic?
Or any
Up
mic.
for grabs.
No,
Actually, I'm talking to Connor's mic.
Connor's Malisix isn't
Up
working.
for grabs.
Last night, you tweeted a picture. It's your bed. It's your bed that you told us, oh, you guys don't have a remote control bed? Can we see the tweet from Cody?
Good looking bed.
Somebody died on this bed 3 minutes before this picture was taken.
Doctor's office.
Holy shit. Dude.
That's you just Google doctor's office bed. There's no
Seeing it on the big screen makes it way worse.
there's no chance that's your bed.
That is my bed.
Are you in hospice care?
No. That looks so comfortable.
Dude, the corner. What's going on in the corner in the foreground?
Why is the sheet so big?
The corner is like bending down towards us. And why is the sheet so big? The sheet is for king bed, dude. You have a twin.
Well, it's hard when you it's probably like 4 or 5 feet up off the ground, so it's not it's a fitted sheet, but when you do that,
That's not a fitted sheet.
You know what
for
else
that
is like-
bed.
Sagging his sheets.
That is not a fitted sheet for that bed.
that is.
Why is your bed like 5 feet off the ground?
Because I like to raise it because it feels cool. It's like zero gravity.
Well, it's like
It's
you're
a
gonna
hospital.
roller coaster, yeah.
That is a hospital bed.
I think I don't know the research.
That's literally a hospital bed.
No. There's got to be research that's the most comfortable position to sleep in. Also, probably the best ergonomically.
Which is
that word definitely doesn't
Okay.
fit there.
You know what they say.
You know what they say.
And also, you had 2 points there, and they were both the same point. You said that's the best position to sleep in, and it's
Yeah, just
best
doubling
for,
down.
Like, use Jake's mic. We can't really. Here.
Jake's mic.
Yeah, that didn't really. Yeah,
No.
use Jake's mic.
No.
Stay, Connor, we want you here for this discussion. I just say what you said into Jake's mic. It was a little hard to hear in the headphones.
That's probably the best.
Get a little
comfortable
closer.
Sleeping position. That's the best.
Here we go.
Does a woman like wake you up every morning with like, here's your breakfast?
No woman's ever woken me up.
Not in that bed, no.
Aren't you engaged?
Yeah.
I don't want to. This is going to backfire. This is going to backfire big time on me. I know because this is a very privileged thing for me to say, and I know it is going to backfire on me. But we can't do the bed in the corner. You can't do bed in corner of the room.
It's not a corner.
It's sure.
I'm sorry?
It sure
What?
is a corner.
No,
You can't throw your bed in the corner of the room.
It's a cutout.
I'm just noticing.
It's the angle.
What's a cutout?
What?
I'm just noticing
What?
something as well. Why?
My room isn't a room. It's
Huh?
a cutout in.
Why is this side so much higher?
That's what I said. That was the point I said.
Oh,
Why is the
no.
corner in the foreground bending towards us?
What's going on there?
That's what I said.
A picture's an optical illusion.
No, it's not.
Dude, what are you fucking MC Escher, dude? Your bed is in the corner, and your corner
bed-
closest to us is bending towards us.
No, what you don't see
talking
is there's a
about?
nightstand over there. I have one photo.
Where?
Dude,
Over here?
there's two. It's not a corner.
That's a
night-
corner.
Bedroom.
That right there.
That's a corner.
It's a corner in the bed. It's a corner in the bedroom.
Two walls meeting.
That's what I'm saying. You can't.
No.
You're telling me there's a nightstand
most corner
on the
of all
other
time.
side
You
of the
can't
bed?
get more corner
Like
than
3
that
feet
corner.
below it. Yeah.
Where?
That's a corner, dude.
So
He's
corner.
claiming a nightstand on the far side of the bed from us.
No.
My nightstand is a PlayStation 5 box.
I
there's
just
trash
I just
back
want to
there.
go back again. Why is the right side of the bed so high and the left side so low? At the front?
Optical illusion.
Optical illusion.
It's not.
That's his only answer.
You know what they say.
Illusion.
Use Connor's microphone. This is going horribly wrong. We can't hear you.
About
I keep coming back to the size of the sheet.
what do you want me to do?
Use Connor.
Smaller sheet.
Uses.
What do you want me to do?
You want us to get you some sheets?
I mean, it's pretty clear what we want you to do, Cody. Move your bed out of the corner. Get a sheet
Not
that
a
fits.
corner.
Don't use a hospital
Don't use
bed.
a hospital
The
bed.
sheets are fitted. One pillow is the perfect answer. This is what it's all
You only
about.
have one
Prop the
pillow?
be- I have multiple, but I only use one. Because when you prop the bed up, you don't need it.
You saying those sheets are fitted
the
is
bed
pissing me
is
off.
the pillow.
You say the sheets are fitted and the bed is not in the corner.
The bed is the pillow.
Maybe you guys are all crazy.
He said.
No, I've done this before. You're crazy. I've been you a bunch.
Does he need to get the fuck out of the room?
I actually
Do we need
have
to get
a
him the
dentist
fuck out of the room?
appointment, so I gotta go.
Cody, get the fuck out of the room.
Good man.
Take that tracksuit off.
Tell me what to do.
Okay.
I'm gonna wear this every day.
That was a very sassy exit from the
Sassy
room.
as hell. Well, he hasn't had a good night's sleep in years.
Him saying it's not in the corner of the room is so funny. It's the biggest corner ever.
He says,
and the sheet's not like
that whole room is corner.
Yeah.
those are the two things that piss me off the most. You can justify the hospital, like whatever. That's a matter of taste. That's a matter of opinion. You cannot argue the bed is not being in the corner and that the sheet is. That's not a fitted sheet.
If two people sleep on that bed, and the left one, the one on the left towards the wall, has to get up and pee at night, that person has to crawl over the other person.
Yes, absolutely.
That person's not escaping on that side.
No. But it would be easier for the person on that side to get off the bed because the bed slants that way, and the person sitting on this side has already fallen off the bed, so you can just...
All you got to do is slightly roll. The gravity's going to do the rest.
Holy shit, dude. And he's engaged?
Yeah.
This might be more of an indictment.
Women usually fix this.
Yeah, on his fiance. She's got to get this out of him. How is that not?
How'd he get the bed?
That's day one engagement stuff, dude. Day one relationship stuff. If she steps in, she just walks in that room and goes, "No, we got to fix this. We need shit on the walls."
This isn't how we're living.
I mean, they do have the one thing hanging over the bed, whatever that is. But
that's a hospital.
Maybe
picture
that was her contribution. It was like, we gotta get something on these walls. But holy shit.
Just off camera is a nightstand and an IV stand.
Yeah.
His pajamas are assless. He just puts an assless. It's like, no, dude. And by the way, I sleep in this thing. I tie around the back, and my ass is exposed.
Don't you?
That's what we all do.
Yeah. All right.
Let's get the fuck out of here. Thank you to Malisic. Are you coming back tomorrow? What do we think?
I'd have him if you would.
I know. That's the thing about.
Do thumbs up.
All right, everybody at once.
Thumb up. It's called thumb up.
Right. Thumb up.
Everybody at once.
3, 2, 1.
All right.
And
the prep sheet will be only me tomorrow.
I do hate that it's you.
And I will be much better than I was today.
All right, Mouse. now, keep in mind, you had a test run of a prep sheet. You didn't know what you were doing. Now I think you know.
I do.
Now I think you know what you're doing.
Yep.
So we're going to judge more harshly tomorrow.
I have 2 nudges, 2 things, 2 requests. You don't have to put them on there. You don't. But just 2, if they showed up, more than likely we would like them.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody dies in a funny way.
Yeah.
Cool.
And something involving an animal doing something.
Well, just a little bit. So we didn't get to Connor's second silly sheet. This bottom one needs to be on there tomorrow because I want to talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, that's the show. See you guys tomorrow.
That's how ball is done.
Cool.
family, 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 family.